Nicole Crane, and I'm trying something new today. We're doing like the camera as it really sees me instead of reverse, so I can't use it as a mirror. So I hopefully we'll have good like eye contact. Today I'm talking about the Cocoon and what format might be best to suit your needs. So super quick, I'm going to talk a little bit about what the Cocoon is in case you haven't seen any of my previous material on it. It's a new format. I was trying to scale back and like de-sexify things and just like really get down to the basics, but full disclosure, it's still pretty sexy. It is a self-love, empowerment, and connection to your higher self program. And honestly, like as I go through this process with the students in my beta test group, it's really expanding to me like what it actually is. So it's basically like a recoding and reprogramming methodology. So you kind of go into your core wounding like from childhood, and you basically reparent yourself, even though very few of the techniques actually focus on reparenting, but that's basically what you're doing. You're giving yourself the love that you didn't get as a kid. You're giving yourself the attention, the freedom, and the support that you didn't get, which in turn kind of like created this like need for approval from other people. So it kind of heals that. And in doing so, it allows the space for you to have the safety to rewrite something new, and it empowers you. Sorry, I didn't take my like focus medicine today, but it empowers you to choose like what the new program is going to be, and then it guides you through steps of combining self-pleasure with this recoding process. And so not only is it really potent and powerful and long-lasting, but it's also actually really fun. So that's where the sexiness comes in, because even though I tried to pull out the tantric pieces, honestly, it's so integral to like the format that I learned this in and the structure of my training from Layla Martin's Vita SLRC program. So honestly, it is what it is. And I'm not going to apologize for that, because like self-pleasure is one of the easiest hacks to a thriving lifestyle, because honestly, like one, sex is super healthy, and two, when you reward yourself with something that feels good as you're learning something new, whether it's celebrating shame or allowing yourself to be happy while you're processing these traumas and woundings and old patterns that don't suit you anymore, it allows your mind to take in the information and really let it get into the subconscious deeply. So not only is it way more fun than like suffering processes where you're like, oh, if I just keep going, it'll end up being worth it. Like the beautiful thing about this program, and the reason that I wear my Omega necklace, is because it is kind of the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. So you can use this course basically forever to support your goals and your own transformation. And also it could be the beginning of a new journey that catapults you to be prepared for a huge change in your life. So it could both be the entire journey, or it could just be the beginning of whatever next journey you decide to do. So it's really beautiful that way, that like it is a foundational program. So of course, like I would love if you took additional courses with me and you use this as like a foundation to build other processes and changes on. But at the same time, if this is the only information that you ever purchase from me, or honestly, like the only transformational tools you ever use, I am super, super, super confident that like it might be the only thing that you ever need, because it is holistic. It does include the body. It does include the senses. And that honestly is where the Tantra and the sacred sexuality comes in, because I have yet to discover tools that support self-improvement and self-help, if you want to call it that, in the way that Tantra does, because it really allows you to access the locations of this trauma and really unwind it. Because if you can't locate it, I think it's really easy to gloss over and self-medicate, whether it's with actual drugs or with circumstances or experiences, you know? So by both making it pleasurable and also just getting really, really real with what's going on, it frees up so much energy that we use to suppress like unwanted feelings or like unhappy memories or the way that I used to be, but I'm different now, even though you like keep regressing back into those like old patterns when you're either stressed out or not getting enough sleep or like your family triggers the fuck out of you, you know, like it really gives you the reins back so that you're just like, okay, I'm experiencing this thing. I'm going to hold space for this thing because I'm a bad bitch or a bad motherfucker. And I have the power to do that. And I know what's going on. And I'm looking it in the eye and I'm holding it gingerly and allowing it to exist. I'm not shaming it. I'm not repressing it. I'm not denying it. I'm just allowing it. And we're cool. But you don't get to be in charge anymore. I am the boss. So it really empowers you to take control back, because it's not scary. It's actually fun and gorgeous and beautiful, and we get to revel in this process together. So let me see. Recoding, reprogramming, we got to that part. Oh, and then this is kind of where the alpha part comes in. The discovery part is that it really clears space for you to breathe and rediscover yourself. So, okay, I might get emotional, you guys, but part of what I really love about the tantric process is that you rediscover your sexual innocence and your playfulness and your childlike joy, and it allows you to exist in the way that you were before all this external influence and programming changed you and shamed you into being someone different. And so it's, oh my God, sorry. But as I've been going through this process myself, like I have experienced so much really beautiful joy from this process, and it has been extremely liberating. And mostly just because like I'm getting to know myself again, and it's really, really beautiful because I'm coming from a place of openness and forgiveness and curiosity, and it's really fucking cool. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna move on to the factual parts of this. And I might play you some music at the very end if I can barf this all out in 8 minutes or less. So, oh, I'm gonna put my link in here. So you have a couple of different options. They're laid out on my website, and all of this has, it's basically a third off until the 17th, which is next Tuesday, and then I'm going on hiatus, going on sabbatical for a whole week, and then I'm not working at all, and I'm not checking emails at all. So take advantage of this deal while you can. But so there are 3 options. There's Meta of the Month or Metamorphosis of the Month. So that's like the most gradual process possible. So instead of doing like a segment every week, you're going to have access to a new segment every month. And these segments are pretty intense. So it's probably about 5 hours of work a week between the videos, the practices. There's either a guided meditation or you create your own meditation, which is really powerful because when you record things in your own voice and listen to them again, your subconscious recognizes it as yourself speaking, and it's like basically the ultimate authority. And it's like, of course this is true because I'm super smart and I know everything. So it's another little hack there. So it's a little intense. If you want to do a deep dive, the group program is an 8-week process. We go through it together. And because it is a little intense, we will do 3 weeks at a time, and then we'll have an integration break week. So that starts January 23rd. But if you do the Metamorphosis of the Month, it's basically that like 5 hours worth of work spread over the entire month. So right now that's on special for $40 a month if you just buy the first month, which I actually have. It's all ready to go. So if you buy it, you get access to it today. You don't have to wait till the 23rd. Um, okay, I can't direct you to that, but you can find it through the website. It just says buy now. I also have like an additional, this is like the D-list deal, is the 8-week or the 8-month package, which is $280. So I think instead of like $40 a month, it's $35 a month. So you would get access to month 1 today, and then starting on January 1st, you'd get month 2. And then the group program, which is for all 8 weeks, is $400 currently. So that's the one that starts on January 23rd. And so it'll basically take 10 weeks to get through the 8 weeks, because after week 3 and week 6, we take a break so that you can kind of digest all the information. If you got a little bit behind, you can get caught up, and all that jazz. And then the last option is the one-on-one coaching. So if you're not a self-starter and keeping up with a group isn't enough motivation for you to really like dive into something, and you kind of need a little extra hand-holding, I'm here to provide that for you. So we could start whenever you want. The beta group has gone through 4 weeks, so like all of that is good to go. So we could dive in as soon as you want. Well, basically, we could dive in Monday, and then you'd have to wait till the 23rd because I'm not working during Saturnalia and Yule this year. But and then we could do the same process where we work for 3 weeks and then take a break, or you can go directly through all 8 weeks in a row and just crank it out in 2 months if that's more your style. And we can jump in and see how it feels, and like on week 3 we can decide to cancel the following week, or we could just go for it. And that is $800 for all 8 weeks. So and we can do that one in payments because it's a little bit pricier. Okay, I'm super quickly going to add one thing that has nothing to do with the Cocoon, but since I finished all my graduation requirements, I am offering couples tantra coaching one-on-one. So it's actually double the price of the one-on-one coaching for the Cocoon because it's for 2 people, and so it's $1,600 for sorry, I had $1,600 for 8 weeks, but it's a 10-week program. I haven't had enough caffeine today. So it's $2,000 for 10 weeks. So that's almost a 3-month commitment. It's so beautiful though, you guys. Like, I'm just gonna go back to Tantra and then I'll play you a little tune on the kalimba and I'll end this. But both with what I'm doing with the couples, what I took the 2 different couples for my graduation requirements through, it was so fucking beautiful. Like, it's also a transformation. So the thing I love about Tantra is it really is a playful practice, especially the way that I guide you through the processes. And so it was just so sweet to see people being like really, really, really open with each other and just having this like giddy playfulness. And I've seen that both with my couples, and I also saw that in myself and my group from the beta testing group, is that it liberates you and it reconnects you with your inner child, your inner playfulness, your inner innocence, and it kind of allows you to see the world through new eyes. So yeah, I was really excited to be able to rebrand, like, oh, this is just like love and relationship coaching. Like, I can not get in trouble on Facebook, but yeah, from now on, I'm kind of keeping the sexier stuff under wraps in my group and on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to keep it clean here on my main page, but this information is super helpful and I want to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. And it's really near and dear to my heart. Okay, I'm like, we have 30 seconds. So this is my kalimba. It's one of my tools. Well, it's a tool that I've been collecting. I've been collecting instruments lately because like learning music uses a different part of my brain than like studying does. And so I feel like it's carving new channels and it's like keeping things fresh. And it's also a good break. So the reason that I wanted to use this instead of one of my drums is that Sometimes when you just get down to your natural essence and you fuck around and you just like pour things out in the moment from the heart instead of something rehearsed, it is really beautiful and unique. And trusting yourself can get you farther than relying on something regurgitated from someone else. So I'm just going to wing it, and it kind of always has like a lullaby quality, and it's really pretty. So okay, that's it. Hold your applause. We don't have all day. Just kidding. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah. Have a great weekend. Be safe, everybody. Stay warm. We'll talk soon.